serving up a warm dish of the Triad's culinary fare, here's your weekly helping of food, news, and views. This is the man who ate the town.
Hey folks, and welcome to episode number 126 of the Man Who Ate the Town podcast. This is for the week of September the 23rd through the 29th, 2019. My name is Tim Beeman.
My name is Ray Morgan.
And we are opening the recipe box. Yeah, we're recording this episode, completely recording this episode in the lab at Industry Hill. It's a repurposed building on North Chestnut Street in the old warehouse district of Winston-Salem.
That is in North Carolina.
It is.
It really is.
It is still. Luckily us. With restaurants, chocolatiers, breweries, entertainment complex, high-end stereo shops, and, of course, us.
The coolest part of the building.
Yeah, that's true. In the warmest part of the building, actually. We are doing a lot of moving and shaking in this neighborhood. We'll find out more by visiting industryhill.com. So I was one of a small group. Let's first say that Ray is actually in the studio with me today.
Woo! I'm live.
Not Skyping or Zooming in where he's live with me today. I was one of a small group of people that was invited to try the new specialty burger called the Mack at Zesto Burger and Ice Cream. It's mac and cheese on a burger, but it also was tangy barbecue sauce, bacon, cheddar, and Chef Terrell Anasted's bacon jam.
Man.
Is
it as good as it looked?
Oh, yeah.
Or better?
It was delicious. It was better than it looked. The three food journalists that were there, being Michael Hastings, Nikki Miller-Ka, and myself, thought it was good, but needed more mac and cheese if they were going to call it the Mac. The consensus was that it was a little heavy on the barbecue sauce and all the bacon. Not that we're complaining about bacon, but it overshadowed the macaroni and cheese, if that's what you're going to do. Algernon Cash, the owner of Zesto, said they were contemplating a different approach, maybe a layer of macaroni and cheese, the burger, more mac and cheese, then the cheddar, and a little less of the barbecue and bacon accoutrements.
Right. I mean, it seems like you could do without the barbecue sauce. You'd still have a good, messy, juicy burger.
Yeah, but they want it extra messy. They even said that we want you to have to eat it with a fork afterwards. So
yeah,
and it's their signature barbecue sauce. So why not?
It's good barbecue sauce.
Yeah. So I probably what happened because Algernon was talking about Jasmine, who is the chef there. She was a little heavy-handed. Instead of doing one swirl with the ladle, she was probably doing two.
A little extra barbecue.
So a little extra on there. And then the bacon and the bacon jam, while they need to be there, just need, like the barbecue sauce, just come back a little bit.
And that's why you bring in folks that are experts in the industry and to have them try the food and give you some feedback. Tweak your recipe a little.
Yeah. And he said that they are going to consider a lot of those things and pull back on some stuff because they want it to work out. But here's the thing. It will only be available on Tasty Thursdays from the week of the 30th, which I believe makes it October the 3rd, and for about 6 weeks. So it's not it's only a limited time thing, and you can only get it on Thursdays. So
your Thursday plans for lunch or dinner are now set for the next month.
Yep. Zesto Burgers and Ice Cream is located at 2600 New Walkertown Road.
Yeah, don't get confused if you look up their address and it's the admin office.
Yeah, that's in downtown Winston-Salem. Everybody's complaining. There's two addresses. Well, that's the administration office and where they get their mail. That's not the location of the restaurant.
Yeah, New Walkertown Road. Man, what a great place.
Love it.
Yeah.
I was there 3 times last week.
Shock.
Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It was just easy to get to and easy to do what I needed to do.
Yeah, and it's so convenient to downtown. You don't think about it because it's not right there in the heart of downtown. It's 5 minutes?
Yep. And a lot of people are realizing that because a lot of the people that come there, and you can see by the pictures that Algernon posts, are people from the downtown area.
Yeah.
Because it's really easy to get to. From here where we are in Industry Hill, I just get on Northwest Boulevard. Northwest Boulevard turns into 14th Street at Liberty Street, and 14th Street empties into their parking lot. I mean, if you go any further, like I've said before, you're in the ditch behind the place. So Yeah.
And most people know to stop before they hit the ditch.
Most people, but you'd be surprised. I went back to the new Sichuan restaurant and took Stephanie for dinner there on Friday.
I thought I had seen some new pictures.
Yeah, new pictures. We finally got the beef tripe this time. You know,
Okay.
last time it was the ox tongue and tripe. It was still more chewy than I was expecting, but the flavors were really, really good and spicy. Yeah, Stephanie ate that, and she was like, "Yep, that's kind of spicy." She doesn't eat spicy stuff.
No.
Got the fried pork dumplings, and they were cooked perfectly. And with the ponzu light sauce that they had, it was quite tasty. I have an email here from our friend Stephen.
Has Stephen been by?
Yes. And, you know, he's been a lot of time. He's the one that introduced us to Pangu.
Yeah.
And so he says, okay.
I was hoping that we were going to hear from him.
Yeah, he said, and I have spent a lot of time in Asia, so can relate to this place a lot. I've eaten there twice now, so here are my takeaways. New restaurant chaos, no doubt. Like the normal Winston-Salem restaurant, people are flocking to this place like an oasis in the desert, which is true. They aren't prepared for the onslaught. First time was Saturday night at 7 p.m. Chaos and not organization. I actually walked in and placed a to-go order, but then 10 minutes or maybe 15, 4 tables opened up and we sit down and had our to-go order at the table. They need a much better way to handle the overflow, at least until it calms down.
Yeah.
The food, damn good. Not as good as Pangu for some items like the pea sprouts, but damn, yes. I've had 7 dishes so far, and except for one, all was awesome.
Okay.
Authentic, yes, for the most part. The flavors remind me of the dishes and another person who lived 2 years in Sichuan, China. We missed and craved these flavors. The taste was spot on in terms of overall flavor profile. The must-haves, in his opinion, are the wontons in red chili oil, or Sichuan wontons in his analysis was OMG, yes. The pot stickers, fried, almost as good as Pango, almost in all caps, but damn good. Dipped them in number 1, so the chili oil.
Okay.
Diced chicken and spicy sauce. Okay, this damn name is shit. This is maybe one of the most famous dishes in Sichuan. It's dry wok fried chicken with red chilies and cocaine. Okay, maybe not the chilies, but seriously, this is a famous dish in Sichuan, and they have the best I've had in the United States. Lots of Sichuan peppercorns to numb your tongue. Just don't eat the chilies. More on that in a minute.
Yeah, I've done that.
So the wontons and Szechuan sauce, yes. He says Dan noodles, best except for his. He says he makes his best. The cumin lamb, yes. Pot stickers, very good, similar to Pangu. Needs a better sauce, but dipped it in the chili oil. Again, the lamb dry pot, meh. I wish they had a real hot pot, but of course our county health department doesn't allow that to happen. The dry pot is nice, but everyone says the pork is the way to go. The lamb was just okay. So the cumin lamb, yes. Unlike the dry pot, the cumin lamb was amazing. Dan noodles, yes, spot on. And the mapo tofu, also spot on. So, taking all that into consideration, I did get the Dan with noodles. And at first I wasn't impressed, but after I mixed it all together, it was quite tasty. I think because they placed it, it was built in segments, like the stuff wasn't mixed. It was just layered. That's what I was trying to get at. Layered, Tim, layered.
That's the word. It's layered.
Yeah,
There's
layered.
a layer of this, then a layer of that, then a layer of something else.
Yeah.
Then you mix them all up, and they're awesome together.
Yes, it was. It was very good. Stephanie got the crispy chicken in ginger sauce. I'm not a fan of dark meat chicken, so I thought it was okay, but she seemed to really like it. And I did have the diced chicken with spicy sauce, also per Steven's recommendation. As he said in the email, I avoided the chilies, but the chicken was very, very good. I think, though, of the two, I prefer the pork with hot pepper and Szechuan sauce that I had the last time.
Okay.
But that's twice I've been, and we were not disappointed.
So you prefer the pork to the chicken?
I do. When it comes to Chinese food, I like pork better than I like chicken anyway. I like pork better than I like chicken in all aspects, but when it comes to Chinese, I really want the pork over the chicken.
They really do a good job with pork.
Yeah, they
Personally, I'm more of a fan of the chicken, but I mean, pork's close second.
Yeah. They were pretty busy, but we didn't wait more than 5 minutes for a seat. I think they have, I think we have a great new place in town for authentic Chinese food, and I'm quite happy with that. My only complaint is their need to get their social media in place. They still have nothing. So I can't promote them properly without being able to tag them. So,
well, and that's an issue that we saw with Pangu as well, is that they didn't understand the marketing aspect. Because if you don't tell people, I've always said 3 things: who you are, where you are, and what you do. They will not come. So, all right, here's this great restaurant. You're not going to be able to find it on Facebook. But you've already found the man who ate the town. So we're telling you, just go.
Yep.
Try it. Especially if you like something different.
Yep. In the old Biscuitville on Silas Creek Parkway, across from Forsyth Tech. And up the street from the Sonic and the DMV.
And the National Guard Armory.
And then across the street from the National Guard Armory. That's right. All right.
And behind a whole bunch of folks that we know who live in Ardmore.
Yeah, and a really progressive church.
Yes, exactly.
At Carrabba's, our official sponsor.
We love Carrabba's.
The second wine dinner of this month is tomorrow, September the 24th. That's Tuesday. The menu featured, like last week, the grilled asparagus with prosciutto, paired with the Bogle Merlot, lasagna paired with the Federalist Bourbon Barrel-Aged Red Blend, Mr. C's Chicken Invotini, paired with the Exodus Red Wine, and the Sogno di Cioccolato with the Chocolate Dream, paired with the Coppola Diamond Selection Cab Sav. The cost is good. The cost is $40 per person, not including tax and gratuity. Make a reservation. Go to Carrabba's.com. Also at Carrabba's on Wednesday, the 25th, they will be doing a special dinner for Folds of Honor. Folds of Honor raises money for scholarships for children of our nation's service members. Enjoy a 4-course food and wine pairing and support a great cause at the same time.
That's awesome.
For every wine dinner purchased, $2 of that will be donated to the Folds of Honor Foundation to support the Children's Fund. And that's all Carrabba's, not just our buddy Daniel's.
We're hoping to see a lot of money raised for this great cause.
Yes. So join them in showing them some love. The menu sounds delicious. It's berries and burrata, which is the cheese, paired with William Hill Chardonnay. Penne Marconi paired with Eco Domine Pinot Grigio. Tuscan grilled sirloin Marsala paired with Louis Martini Cabernet Sauvignon. And toasted nut brownie paired with Mark West Pinot Noir. Again, for more information and to make reservations, go to Carrabba's.com.
I mean, if you think about it, it's a deal. 4 courses, 4 glasses of wine, and it's only $40.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tremendous deal.
Yeah, because you couldn't get 4 glasses of wine for $40.
Not these glasses of wine.
You wouldn't get 2 of those meals for 2 people,
right?
For $40.
No.
So this is $40 a person.
Yeah, for all that.
For all that. So, yeah. Go to Carrabba's.com. Check them out. Past guest George Memory opened Vera this past week.
Yes.
The new coffee toast smoothie juice concept that he talked about on our show is now open. The shop is located in Whitaker Square at 1961 North Peacehaven Road. Go see him and tell him we sent you. I talked to him a little bit this morning, and I said, I thought you were going to let us know. He says, well, I was trying to keep it from you and Christian Meyer and all those because I was trying to get the process worked out right, and then we were going to do an opening in October, which they still are. But now they are open, but the grand opening will be in October. So he told me I could at least mention that they're open. Go check them out. There was an article written about it in the Journal. So check
I will say, the place looks great.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with what they've done there. Very bright, very inviting.
I've not been to this place yet, but someplace else that looks really inviting is Dojo's. that's opening now in the Reynolda Village right underneath Silo.
Yes, I saw something about that.
Eric Dish and Anna Margaret Roth, a husband and wife team, have gotten that space open finally. What started as a food truck is now a fully functioning 2,000 square foot storefront.
Nice.
New store seats about 35 inside and 30 on the patio. It offers espresso and other coffee drinks, as well as loose leaf teas and locally made Chad's chai teas.
Ooh.
I know Chad Morris. He's a cool dude. Dojo's is getting its coffee from Anchor Coffee in Wilkesboro. From what I understand, the truck will still be used for special events and some weekends to help them expand their market. We wish them good luck, and I'll be there to try their stuff soon. I'd really like to get them on when they've gotten themselves settled in.
Yeah.
Now that they're open and just opening, it's just like the new Sichuan. Everything's probably chaotic and crazy. So
Takes a little bit to work the kinks out.
yeah, and
Unless you're a place like Yamas that didn't have any kinks to work out.
That's right.
I just had to say that.
They were, I noticed we hadn't said their name the last 2 weeks.
We just repeated them today, so we've covered our
Yeah.
Yamas. But I do remember when they had even their soft opening. They were a well-oiled machine. They were on it. They had their folks trained and ready to go.
That was the most impressive soft or hard opening I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too.
It was like they'd been open for years.
Yeah.
A lot of that went, Brantley did a lot of that stuff. A lot of it was the Michael family.
Well,
Jason.
when you've
too,
had
but-
several restaurants that have been successful, you kind of learn, all right, man, I wish we could have done it this way the first time. And I think that all that experience came to bear for Yamas when it opened.
Well, that still, I think that's the exception to the rule, because
True.
let's look at Little Richard's over on Stratford.
Yeah.
They still are working on a lot of kinks, and Lord knows they've had a lot of restaurant experience.
They really have.
Its location, it just so happened that they spent enough time, the Michael family that is, getting Yamas ready and the right people in the right spot, and it just all clicked and it all fell into place.
Yeah.
Lucky for all of us.
So now, Dojos, that's Dough?
Yep.
Joe's?
Joe's, yeah.
Okay. Not Dojo, as like the
Like-
dojo.
Yeah, right. Not Cobra Kai here.
Yeah.
We're talking dojo as in donut
Donuts.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe's Donuts.
Yeah.
All right, let's not forget the hot dog tasting trolley tour is coming October 5th. Sharpen your taste buds traveling to legendary Triad hot dog locations abound. A refurbished trolley with fellow hot dog aficionados, complete with narration, tasting, and prizes at each location. You be the judge and the benefactor of historical entrepreneurs catering to your every hot dog desire. Fun trolley stops on this excursion to include, among those, Kernersville, Winston-Salem, Dawson's, Kermit's, PB's, Pulliam's, possibly other places. Typically about an hour and a half, but allow for up to 2 hours. Your favorite hot dog awaits you. Tickets are $35 per person. Groups of 3 or more get $30 per. But if you have 3 or more, like I said, $30, but you can get an additional $5 off each ticket by entering our own special code. That's MAN5. And I want to take that ride, but I still don't know if I'm going to be able to. I really want to, though.
I will say, based on the locations that they're going to, if you've not been to all of these places, you owe it to yourself, because it's a trip through Triad history to see all these different hot dog stands that have survived all these years.
And I will say that of the 4, PB's I've been to most recently. Kermit's I've not been to in many, many years. Pulliam's many, many years. And I don't think I've ever been to Dawson's.
Have you not?
No. I need to, though.
Yeah. I mean, these are just classic. I mean, none of them are, gourmet. But it's
who
the
cares?
local diners, the little dives, the little hole in the walls that people have been going to since, grandma was a kid.
Yeah. Back when they had, Jesus Christ starter jackets. But
Yeah.
I think they got a great itinerary lined up for everybody. So
Just remember, MAN5.
yes. So there is a link on the show notes on the manwhoatetown.com website where you can go click on that and get your link to put your Man 5 in.
Awesome.
Yeah, I would usually say keep your Man 5 to yourself, but spread it around. This one.
I am not touching that.
You got your
all
own
those
Man
levels.
5 over there.
I got my own Man 5.
Also on the 5th of October, I'll be judge, and I just found out today that Danielle Bull also will be a judge at the
Cool.
Chili and Stew Cook-Off at BB&T Ballpark at the Big Sip, not to be confused with the other big something that
Big
ripped them
rip-off?
off. Yeah, the Big Rip-Off.
Yeah.
This one is put on by Piedmont Local Magazine 336 Events. Michael Hastings, Brian Cole, Kristen Dokas, Daniel Bull, and I will be judging the local chili stew offerings. Tickets are $60 for the full Monty. That's starting at 1 and getting the food and beverage options. $30 tickets get you in at 3 and are for the beverage tastings only. I talked to Steve this morning, and he's bringing me whatever I'm giving away. So
Awesome.
Next week I will give away some tickets. Well, we will give away some tickets, and both on this show and on the Less Desirables.
That's
so.
cool. Well, that's cool because Danielle's part of that too.
Yes, indeed. And these will be the $30 tickets, but winners will be able to upgrade on their own for $15. So that's really, I keep saying it's $15 off the big ticket price, but it's really $45.
Yeah.
$60 really.
Yeah, true. True.
Off that because $45 because you're only having to pay $15.
Yeah, to upgrade and then show up at 1 o'clock and get a taste of everything.
Yep.
I mean, Steve, I give credit to Steve. This has been a great event, and it's all local. It's all North Carolina. It obviously feeds into what the Man Who Ate the Town has always been about, is promoting the local businesses.
Yep.
I'm just really impressed with this particular set of events that he's done over the years.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're looking to taste any of the local places and you really want a good sense of what's out there, you need to come to the Big Sip. And then of course you get the chili and stew cook-off going along with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be prepared to spend some time and to have a good time. I am excited to see that it's going to be at the Dash Stadium, the BB&T Ballpark, instead of at the Millennium Center.
Yeah.
Millennium Center is cool, but I like having it at the park.
Let's hope that it's a cool day and not raining.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a day that's what we're hoping, early October should be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a cool spot to have it.
All right, let's talk some food holidays.
Let's talk about those.
9/23, which is today, the 23rd, is Great American Pot Pie Day.
Okay. Any kind of pot pie or just chicken
American
pot pie?
flavored.
American flavor.
Yeah, Great American Pot Pie.
So that's typically going to be chicken.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind I generally get, is chicken pot pie.
It's also Pancake Queen Memorial Day. More on that in a minute.
I was going to say, what?
In
She's a pancake queen.
maple syrup in...
Yeah, watch out.
In
Watch out.
1948, the first commercial chewing gum is introduced. The State of Maine Spruce Gum was what it was called.
The State of Maine. Spruce gum.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the taste of spruce being something... It's like, ooh, let's have some pine sol. No, thank you. Some spearmint, perhaps. Some peppermint even, but... Spruce? Really?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what it says.
That does make me curious. I've never heard of a spruce gum.
While early Greeks and Mayans found various substances to chew on, it was Native Americans chewing on resin from spruce trees that inspired John Curtis to create the first chewing gum that was sold commercially. Once the Curtis family, father and son, perfected the product, they realized they needed to be near a spruce source, so they moved to Maine. While his father managed production of the project, John began introducing chewing gum to the marketplace. Starting locally, Curtis began approaching stores in Portland with the new product, State of Maine Pure Spruce Gum. The first years were difficult, so he expanded his territory and his product line. He soon became a traveling salesman selling patent medicines as well as his gum. He had a motto, give a man all you can for his money while making a fair profit for yourself, which sounds like sound advice. But sales began to build. When Curtis and Son began, a few pounds of raw material would see them through the year. Later, the business required several tons of material, and they employed 200 people, turning out 1,800 boxes of chewing gum in a day.
Wow, that's a lot of chewing gum in a day.
They also developed new flavors, the American Flag, the Yankee Spruce, White Mountain, and the biggest and best among them. They held tight to their secret process, but they never patented any of the machinery they used. Later, Curtis went on to succeed in other businesses. He made money in dredging, shipbuilding, and he owned the ferry between Portland and South Portland, too. In the meantime, other gums were coming into the marketplace. Many of those, like Wrigley, Dentine, Double Bubble, live on today, but the main pure spruce gum was the first. I don't know if it tasted like a pine tree. I don't know that I would want that.
Yeah, I don't think I would want it either, which is probably why like Juicy Fruit and Double Bubble surpassed them.
Yeah.
Left them in the dust.
Yeah. The first CPU, not CPU, the PLU, the barcode used in America was for Wrigley spearmint gum.
Was it?
Yep.
Interesting.
In 1923, on the 23rd, Nancy Green died. Usually I don't talk about births and deaths anymore, but Nancy Green was hired to represent and demonstrate Aunt Jemima pancake mix at the 1893 Columbian Exposition in Chicago. The exhibit was so popular that police had to control the crowds at the Aunt Jemima booth. Fair officials awarded her a medal and proclaimed her Pancake Queen. She was part of Aunt Jemima until her death in a car accident in 1923 on this day. Today.
Wow. So that's where the
Pancake Queen Memorial Day. Yeah.
That's cool.
The 24th National Cherries Jubilee Day.
Okay.
You don't like cherries
I'm
much
not
either.
that fond. I mean, I'll eat cherries, but Whitney loves them.
Yeah. What exactly is Cherries Jubilee?
Well, tell us, almighty sage.
Oh, Google. All right. So, Cherries Jubilee is a dessert dish made with cherries and liqueur. Yes, I'm for it. Which is subsequently flambéed and commonly served as a sauce over vanilla ice cream.
All right,
I'm for
so
it.
it's the eyebrow singeing dessert.
I'm for it. I like it.
It's got liquor and fire and ice cream.
Yeah, vanilla ice cream, which is still my favorite.
Oh.
On the 24th, in 1940, the State Sardine Company of California registered the Star Kiss trademark for canned tuna.
Only good-tasting tuna gets to be star-kissed.
Is that Sorry, Charlie?
Yeah. Sorry, Charlie.
Sorry, Charlie.
I love tuna.
I do not. I love tuna steaks and raw tuna, but I do not like tuna fish.
I always get the albacore because it's just better tuna.
Yeah.
But
I don't
I'm
drink
with you.
much anything out of a can, really. So
I had it for lunch. Literally today, I had tuna for lunch.
I had leftover baked spaghetti from last night,
Ooh.
in which I made the spaghetti sauce.
Oh,
Yeah, because the recipe called for like 2 jars of store-bought stuff, and the whole time Stephanie's looking at stuff, I'm going, ugh. She goes, will you feel like even making anything? You know the Steelers game will be on. I said, they don't play till 4:30. So I said, we can put it in a slow cooker and just let it go. So I made it myself, and it was phenomenal, I must say.
I love making spaghetti sauce.
I do too. I do not like stuff from a jar. I used to eat that, and I would try to find all these different, like 4 cheese or garlic and Parmesan or something, just to kill the salt taste that in there because the preservatives were so bad. What I made was fresh and delicious.
Yeah. Love putting a little red wine in there, some fresh herbs.
Well, I did not put the red wine in there, but that sounds good.
If a little red wine, and a friend of mine gave me this tip years ago. Get the cheap red wine, the kind that when you drink it, you go, yeah, I don't want that. Put that in the spaghetti sauce, and that, it actually turns out really well. But you got to let it cook for a while. I mean, like you said, put it in the crock pot, let it slow cook for a few hours.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste good in 20 minutes. Real cooking takes some time.
Yeah, that's true. It needs to cook.
Yeah.
That's the operative word there.
Yeah.
In 2013, on the 24th, Burger King introduced Satis Fries, a new crinkle-cut French fry with about 20% fewer calories than its regular fries. I don't know how they pulled that off, but I stopped eating fast food about 3 months after this. So I don't know that
Was
I
it
ever...
a direct result?
No. I don't think I ever had their Satis Fries.
I don't think I have either. I stopped, oddly enough, I quit eating at Burger King a long time ago. There's nothing on their menu that has any appeal to me.
I miss the Whoppers. I love the Whoppers.
Every time I have a Whopper now, and of course, like I said, it's been a long time. Every time I would have a Whopper, I'd have a Whopper.
I got you.
And
you would
it was
leave a Whopper.
unpleasant. Yeah, I'm leaving one behind, and it wasn't pleasant. My whole digestive system would just be out of whack. I mean, why would I continue to eat something that's causing me such gastric distress?
I like their bacon doubles too. Again,
but there's a better bacon double.
Oh yeah,
just over here on New Walkertown.
Absolutely, but there was something about. I stopped eating fast food on December 29th, 2013. And the reason I know that date is just because I had a receipt that told me that was the day. About 3 months later, I'm like, I've not had it in 3 months. Let's see if we can go 6. See if we can go 12. See if we can go 4 years.
And now it's a habit.
And now it's just happened that way. And I don't eat any fast food as far as traditional fast food goes. Zesto, while most consider it fast food, they still take 8 minutes to make your burger.
Because they're preparing it fresh. They're patting it out fresh when you order it.
So it's the same to me as if I was at someone's house and they were making a burger or cooking out or whatever.
Or at any of the fine restaurants that make hamburgers from scratch.
Yes, a list of those are coming.
I was wondering, it's... You had enough time. Come on, man. Give us the list. We're drying out here. We gotta know.
All right. Number one is you'll have to wait.
I knew you were going to do that.
The 25th is World School Milk Day.
Oh, joy.
National Lobster Day.
Yeah, no thank you.
Oh, yeah, I forget. You don't like that either.
It's not that I don't like it. It makes me sick.
Okay.
But, I mean, like shrimp, which to me is like tiny lobsters. Oh, give it to me by the ton. But lobster, yeah, it's one of the great...
Could be the butter.
It might have been, but I doubt it.
Because shrimp really are like miniature lobster.
Yeah. And it's the only food that I've had an allergic reaction to. Was lobster. Which is really, it kind of sucks because it's like one of the best, most premium ingredients that's out there. And yeah, I'm allergic to it.
The 25th is National Cooking Day.
Well, that's like every day.
Yeah, for some people.
Yeah.
And it's National Crab Newburg Day.
Okay. I like crab.
I don't know what Crab Newburg is exactly. Let's look and let's consult our in-house IT. We call it Google. Okay.
This would be a great thing that could be sponsored by our friends over at Cats.
It could.
We'll bring you the Cat's Corner.
Cat's Corner, that's good. Let's see. There's a lot of recipes, but it doesn't really tell me what it is. I want to know what is it.
What is it? What is this Newburg thing? What's the old Berg like?
Yeah. I can get one of those, middle-aged bergs.
Is there just a crab berg? And then there's the new version of that?
Okay, so the creamy crab Newburg recipe is a rich and delicious classic that you can serve over toast points, rice, pasta, or puff pastry shells. It makes an elegant lunch entree, or you can serve it for dinner. A crisp side salad or lightly steamed vegetables would add color and texture to your meal.
So it's basically the crab sauce that you can then put over whatever you want to.
Yeah.
Except for your cheesecake.
So crab meat, onion, butter, mushrooms, flour, milk, dry sherry, cayenne pepper, and paprika.
Interesting. Just a little hint of a kick in there.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Who's going to make us some crab Newburg, and then we can taste it and then celebrate the day?
Yes, and that would be Wednesday.
So Wednesday. All right, folks. Wednesday, we are ready for some Newburg.
Crab Newburg.
Crab Newburg specifically.
In 1974, on the 25th, it is first reported that Freon from aerosol cans is destroying the ozone layer above the Earth.
And a big chunk of it's gone.
Yeah. In 1976, a record 87-pound dolphin, the fish, not the marine mammal,
Right, mahi-mahi.
was caught with rod and reel off the coast of Costa Rica.
Wow, I'm just trying to picture how big that thing would have to be. Be 96 pounds?
87.
87. Where'd I get 96?
Well, 76. The record was 87 pounds
Wow.
in 1976.
Wow, that is huge.
Yeah.
That's more like those big tuna.
Yeah, I was like, how good would that be?
I don't know. The little ones are pretty darn good.
Yeah. I don't know. In 2007, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office issued a certificate canceling all claims related to the peanut butter and jelly sandwich patent, which that just makes sense.
Well, after a certain point, it's like, all right, it's been around. Nobody can tell you when it actually got started. All right, we're done. We're done arguing about it.
Yeah, it's like Ric Flair trying to get a patent or a trademark on the man.
Yeah. That's what's the rule of thumb that if it's in just general circulation, you can't claim that.
Yeah.
If it's a super common phrase, no, you can't claim it. Which is why folks do weird spellings to
That's
make
why
it theirs.
our president couldn't get "you're fired."
Right.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm looking forward to somebody saying that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
On the 26th of September, it's Johnny Appleseed Day. In 1774, John Chapman, who was also known as Johnny Appleseed, was born. He was an American pioneer and legend. Supposedly, he planted apple seeds in the Ohio River Valley area, which was Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois.
It's a great thing to plant. Love me some apples.
In 1914, on the 26th, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission was established.
The FTC.
In 1953, sugar rationing ended in Great Britain, I guess, after the war.
Yeah. Everybody was hyper.
Yeah.
I haven't had any of this in years.
Okay, I'm good. I'm calmed down now. Yeah, give me some coffee.
Yeah. In 2009, a bottled water ban went into effect in the town of Bundanoon in New South Wales, Australia. It was the first in Australia. I guess because of the impact on the environment.
Either that or there was something going on where they were bottling it.
Could be.
Maybe somebody didn't wash their hands when the bottles got contaminated. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Don't know. I had to look that up. Or just go with
Let's
I
just move on.
Yeah. So, in the 27th of September, I can't wait till September's over, so I'll stop trying to say 19-something, because I have it written here. And on the 27th of September, it's National Bakery Day.
Oh.
And we have plenty in this town to choose
Let's say
from.
we've got some bakeries that we can celebrate.
National Chocolate Milk Day.
Ooh, yeah. That goes really well with National Bakery Day.
It does.
Let's go get some fresh cookies, maybe some macaroons at a local shop like the Humblebee or something.
You can get,
and then some chocolate milk to go with it.
yeah, you might have them at the same spot.
Ooh.
It's also National Corned Beef Hash Day.
Ooh, I like me some corned beef hash.
I don't know that I've ever had it. I'm not supposed to have a lot of corned beef because, corned beef means it's a lot of salt.
Yeah.
But
it's good.
I like what I've had. Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
On the 27th in 1870, Edmund McElhenney, Edmund McElhenney that name should ring a bell, but it might not. Patented his improved method for making pepper sauce. The McElhenney family, if you've ever seen the label of Tabasco, it says McElhenney.
I did not notice that.
Yeah.
That is sad on my part. I should be more observant.
It's still, to me, an inferior flavored product to our own hometown Texas Pete.
I was going to say.
But if I wanted more heat and less flavor, I could go with Tabasco sauce or one of the others. But for flavor, I go Texas Pete because it just has a great flavor.
And it's not all about the heat, it's about the flavor.
It's about a spicy flavor, yeah. In 1892, Joshua, I'm going to guess it's Pkway,
Easy for you to say. Pkway.
P-U-S-E-Y, invented book matches. He called them flexible matches.
Ooh,
Flexies.
flexies.
Flexies, give me one of those Flexies. And he sold the patent to Diamond Match Company in 1895 or 1896, just 3 or 4 years later.
Well, that was a good deal for him. Invent this, somebody else wants it. Here, now you can have it. And I make money off of it. With the Flexies.
Have these flexible matches.
The Pkway Flexies. Maybe
I'm not even going to say what I was thinking there. So.
Yeah. Moving right along to the next event in history.
Yes. In 928, it's National Strawberry Cream Pie Day.
Ooh, strawberry cream pie.
I like strawberry. I like cream pie. I like everything in that sounds good to me.
I like strawberries. I like cream pie. I like days.
Yeah. I like National.
Yeah, and that's all good.
Yeah.
We used to go pick them when I was a kid. Huge, huge strawberry farms in East Tennessee. You'd walk in with your cooler. They'd weigh the cooler. And you go pick all the strawberries you want, and they'd weigh it again on the way out. And that's what you paid, was, how many strawberries you picked. And we always said, it's a good thing they didn't weigh us going in and coming out, because, we would have had to pay twice as much.
Oh, yeah, because you eat them as you're picking.
You can't help it. They're just that good. They're fresh. They're just like, oh, yeah, I want it right now.
And I'm quite sure they understand and are okay with it.
Yeah, it was all part of the process.
Let's see, where am I? 28th. It's also something near and dear to my heart. It's also National Drink Beer Day.
Oh, yes. Again, a day that we should do every day.
Yeah.
Every day is
Yes.
National Drink Beer Day.
It's good for you. It's liquid bread, right?
It is. It is. You get all the nutrients that you need from that. There's several food groups represented.
Mm-hmm. Beer.
Yeah, beer being a primary food group, like chocolate.
Yeah.
Beer,
Beer,
along
chocolate.
with grains, dairies, all that.
Beef.
Beef, yeah. Beer.
Yeah. I like all that together.
Yeah, beer and beef go well together, even if you're cooking with the beer and the beef.
Yeah. You use that crappy beer for that.
Oh,
Stuff,
well, that's
stuff that's, macro made and
that's what it's for, right?
Yeah.
And cooking shrimp, we would get literally a case of the cheapest beer and pour that into the pot and then dump all the shrimp in there.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
that was
what
good.
my sister uses, like Budweiser or whatever, for.
Yeah, the beer that you don't really want to drink.
Yeah, who would
But
want to drink?
it's like using the cheapest, nastiest red wine for your spaghetti sauce. Oddly enough, that really works well. The cheap, nasty beer makes great shrimp.
And you can, when you're grilling, you put a little bit of beer on the top, let it start singeing on there.
Ooh.
I've done that before. On the 28th in 1901, King Camp Gillette and William Emery Nickerson founded the American Safety Razor Company to sell stamped steel razor blades for use with a one-time purchase razor handle. The name changed to Gillette Safety Razor Company in 1902, the next year, and it is the same Gillette that we know today. It's the best a man can get.
It is the best. It's a great blade.
It is.
We haven't gotten a sponsorship from them either.
No, we haven't.
And here we're talking about them.
And you can tell I didn't shave today. So.
No, I didn't either. I shaved yesterday. That's good.
That's because you had to work yesterday.
I did have to work yesterday,
Twice.
so I had to shave for that. But, I have the first perfect face for radio, is what they used to say.
Yeah, luckily I'm podcasting and not on the screen somewhere.
Yeah, that would be really scary for most people.
It would be. On 9/28 in 1937, Joseph Bernard Friedman of San Francisco, California, received a patent for a soda straw with a flexible section that can be bent without reducing the diameter of the straw. A bendy soda straw.
More of those flexies that we were talking about earlier. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Or you can always just buy from Wits Whimsies. I know the person who owns that.
I do too.
You could get some of her metal.
You could get some of the metal straws from her and a pocket to put it in.
And a
cleaner. Yeah. You know, oddly enough, I had a charity event that I was emceeing on Saturday night. And Wits Whimsies had given a door prize. And they announced, all right, we're giving this prize away. Well, of course, the owner of Wits Whimsies would be my lovely Whitney. My wife. Let me say that out loud. This is my wife. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't help myself. I made the comment, yeah, I understand the owner of that company sleeps with her pastor. The whole room just went silent. Like, yeah, okay.
And her face was probably beet red.
Oh, she wasn't there. Oh. She was actually at a craft event up in Galax. But yeah, they didn't understand or appreciate the humor in that statement the way I did.
Yeah, I think it's funny.
It is funny. So, and she does sleep with her pastor, and her pastor sleeps with her, and, you know, it's okay.
Yeah. God is okay with that.
Yeah. In this instance, God's okay with that.
It was ordained and made so.
Yes. Make it so.
Make it so. So you know your wife. I will never understand that knowing.
I have known her biblically.
Yeah, I know
what?
Her biblically. So, but you pass on the begatting, right? We just leave the begatting.
Yeah, we're leaving the begatting behind, and we're just knowing the knowing.
Yeah, capital B biblically, capital
yes.
K knowing. All right, we totally went off on the rails on the weeds there. Is this Less Desirables or the Man of Your Town?
Yes.
And on the 9/29, it's National Coffee Day.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
You can get free or discount coffee at many donut and fast food chains on that day. It also happens to be Biscotti Day, which you can have with your coffee.
It's great in coffee, yeah. It's really the only way to eat biscotti.
Yeah, because it's hard as heck.
Oh, yeah. You got to dunk that.
Yeah, you
and get some of that chocolate in your coffee.
Well, that and just let it melt it down a little bit. Because
yeah.
In 1916, on the 29th, New York Times reports that John D. Rockefeller is the world's first billionaire.
And we've had several since.
Yep. At least on paper.
Yeah.
And
that's in their minds.
In their mind. I'm rich.
I'm a billionaire in my mind.
Yep. That's your food holidays and history for this week. Thank you, James Ehler at Food Reference, for making us chuckle, roll our eyes, and want to go have strawberry cream pie, beer, and steak with biscotti coffee.
And flaming cherries.
Flaming cherries, indeed. The Man Who Eats Town podcast is part of the Less Desirables Podcast Network. Along with this podcast, you can listen to Less Desirables, The Beer Dad's, Fan Interference, Apartment 5B, and Beeswax, Vinyl, and more. You can find all these podcasts and their latest episodes on our network website and directory, tldpodnetwork.com. You'll also find social media links for each right there on that page as well. Again, it's tldpodnetwork.com.
And you should check out these other podcasts. They're really cool.
I think they're cool. We'd greatly appreciate if you visit our sponsors like Carrabba's Italian Grill, located at 587 South Stratford Road. Let Daniel demonstrate what a responsible chain looks like and just a responsible, cool owner. Don't forget tomorrow's dinner and Wednesday's Folds of Honor wine dinner, and of that, $2 goes to the Folds of Honor, which raises money and scholarship funds for children of service members. Don't wait. Get your resis now. Follow Carrabba's on social media and on at carrabbas.com.
Say hi to Daniel.
Tell him we sent you. Please tell him that we sent you.
He would appreciate knowing.
He certainly would.
We would appreciate knowing.
And let us know what you think. Washington Perk and Provision Company. The Perk is located at 301 West 4th Street. You'll find a little bit of everything at the Perk. Local fruits, veggies, meats, dairy from local sources. Bingo Bango Sodas, made right here in Winston-Salem, Wolfie's Custard, and much more. Washington Perk is better than a convenience store, not quite a grocery store. On Facebook, they're Washington Perk. And on Instagram, they're Washington Perk _DTWS.
That's a clue as to where they are.
Yes. And I just told you, 301 West 4th Street.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's that, too.
The Humblebee shop is located 1003 Brookstown Avenue in the west end of downtown.
That's also a clue as to where you can find Brittany.
That is true. National Baking Day was what day?
Every day. Every day. We have now deemed it so. Yeah. Every day should be Baking Beer Day. Is that right?
Yes.
Bakery and Beer Day.
Yes.
And chocolate milk with flaming cherries.
Friday is the official day, but every day is unofficially Bakery Day.
Yeah. And you should go check Brittany and her creations out.
Absolutely. You can find what she's doing on Instagram or Facebook. She's whipping up the batter on some delicious desserts, cakes, muffins, be it regular, vegan, or gluten-free. They want to challenge your perception of scratch made and leave you with an experience you couldn't possibly forget. Again, go to the Facebook or Instagram or visit thehumblebeeshoppa.com.
See, that would be shoppe.co.
Keep an eye on my blog and listen on this podcast to find out more about food news and happenings around town. If you have food news, send us an email. If you have just things to say, send us an email, tim@themanwhoatethetown.com, or on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter Instant Messengers. Like us on Facebook. On Twitter, we are manwho8thetown. On Instagram, we are manwhoatethetown. My name's Tim.
My name's Ray.
And we're closing the recipe box. Until next time, thank you for reading. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Bon appetit.
Yamas!
The views and opinions stated by me or any of my guests are solely those of ours and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of our hosting companies, distributors, enemies, friends, or relatives. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced or distributed without express written consent of the man who ate the town, that's me, and such Limited Inc. However, if you ask nicely, we'll probably let you.